Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So, apologies, we're actually out here on the beach, and I wanted to do a little bit of a long-term video on this computer right here. What I've got on my lap is the MacBook Air 15 with the M4 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, no other modifications besides one thing, and we did get the version with 512 gigs of solid-state storage. So, this is it right here in all of its beautiful glory. You can tell right here, this is a very sunny day. I've actually got the sun, just over here yonder, as we are going to be approaching sunset here, but in maybe the next 4 hours or so. But this is it right here. MacBook Air 15 M4, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of solid state drive storage, and it has been a beast right here of a little computer. And I think I've said it before last time, which again, I will say it again this time. If you were to get just one computer, this is almost the perfect computer you can get right here in the 15-inch MacBook Air, again, M4 model. This is also the Starlight color. I don't know if you can tell right here, but we do have a trackpad cover, palm rest cover, but up here where the speakers are and the keyboard, that is the natural Starlight color that this computer is. And then we've also got a case on here for the bottom and then the top for the screen. But you can tell right here, we are maxing out at about 100% brightness here. This does not have a nano texture option that I know you can get with the 16-inch, but I mean, it is bright and I can still see as long as I hold the computer, towards me like this, I can see the computer no problem. And I actually brought this computer along intentionally because we do have the 13-inch M4 MacBook Air also, along with the 16-inch M4 Pro MacBook Pro. But this computer right here, with this being the 15-inch Air, you still do get light and portable because this is super thin, very, very lightweight for a 15-inch machine, and nice screen real estate. But that is it right there, the screen real estate part, because I'm actually working on work. Yes, this is a weekend, but I'm actually working on work that I need to catch up on for the day-to-day job. But I've got a couple of large spreadsheets that I need to encompass half the screen per spreadsheet, and just do a little bit of compare and contrast with these big spreadsheets. Again, that is why we actually switched from the MacBook Pro 14 to the MacBook Pro 16, because of that extra screen real estate. But you do get almost that extra screen real estate in the 15-inch MacBook Air, but then you don't get the weight of that MacBook Pro because this is much lighter. You do lose out in the ports and a little bit of that power. So single core speed is going to be about the same, but it's going to be the multi-core where you will have more cores in the multi-core, more regular CPU plus GPU cores in the M4 Pros and the M4 Max computers in those MacBook Pro, in that MacBook Pro lineup, should I say. But for what it is right here, this is still a very, very powerful computer for what it is. I've had no problem, no issue. The only part where I can say that we needed a little bit more of that pro power is with a longer Final Cut Pro project, meaning like I was doing a video that did have quite a few layers, and it was quite a little bit of a longer video. It was a 15-minute long video as opposed to like a 7 or 8 minute video that we typically do. And it had just a few layers, a little bit of color correcting to a few of those layers. And it was just stuttering a little bit when it was playing back, but I had this set in Final Cut Pro with better quality as opposed to better performance. So it was skipping some frames there on the playback, and it was just stuttering just a little bit on the Pros. And then on the M2 Max Studio that we just acquired, no problem with that whatsoever. But again, right here, if we are doing something small in terms of like projects, Final Cut Pro can handle that no problem, along with the Microsoft Office suite of products. I'm using Excel here that you can't see. I've just got the screensaver up, but it's data sensitive and all that. But I have just been using Microsoft Excel, Office, Word, PowerPoint, all of the Office products, plus Slack, and then Safari, Chrome, and then Final Cut, Pixelmator Pro. It handles pretty much all of those, no problem. As I said, with the exception of extremely long timelines, long, bigger projects where it does have some added layers, some added color editing in there. But other than that, this has been really the sweet spot. Getting back to the ports, I apologize. So you've got the 2 ports right here on the side. So you've got these ports right here. You've got the MagSafe and then 2 USB-C. And then on the other side, you've got the headphone jack, which is really nice to have. But you do lose out if you need it, the HDMI out, and then you lose out on that extra USB-C/Thunderbolt port. And then these are also Thunderbolt 4 ports, where the Pros are Thunderbolt 5. And then you miss out on that SD card reader. To me, the SD card reader it's really a must. So we have a accessory SD card reader that we do carry with us, an SD card to USB-C card reader that we have to have because we are recording right here on the Sony ZV-E1. But in order to get that, I could either use a cable to transfer, but I prefer just to use a memory card because it's just super duper easy. On the MacBook Pro, we can just slide the memory card in. With this, we have to have that little bit of a dongle, that accessory that we need to have with us, that we do when carrying this. But again, when you are using this on your lap, carrying it in a backpack, it is just so nice to have because it's the Air and not the Pro. It's just that much lighter. And you can see right here the glare of the screen. That is the sun right above me here. But overall, it's been really awesome to use. Battery life is pretty darn insane. Does the sun drain the battery longer or quicker? Yes. The battery lasts shorter? Yes. But we are in some pretty intense sun, as you can tell with the sun hat, the sun sleeves, and just being all overall covered. Yeah, it's pretty intense. But overall, this has been an awesome computer. Had this computer, or the form of this computer, pretty much since the day to come out, and it's just been awesome. But there are reasons why we will keep both the 15 and the 13. The 13 is great for the ultra portable, ultra just need to have a computer with you. But when you are doing a little bit of, you need the screen real estate work, this is it to have. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do: like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.